Today we're challenging one of the original Twitch streamers to explain his biggest moments through photographs in You Finally Made It.
You're thinking I'm a werewolf and I'm gonna turn into a werewolf now because it's full moon.
Would you say that you created the hot tub meta?
Yep, that's me getting married to a hot dog, and I don't think it needs any more explanation. I'm gonna have to click that one.
Now you don't know what's behind these boards.
I don't.
You don't know any
of
these photographs.
You guys have been really kind of making me nervous with what we got here.
This episode is presented by NHTSA. Not wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Speaking of click it or ticket, with each of these photographs, you're going to have the special opportunity to either click it and celebrate that moment, or tick it and maybe mark it as a lesson learned.
Okay, yeah, I get this right here. That is an onion. So I don't like onions in the slightest. I know, that's an unpopular opinion.
Where did your hatred for onions start?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've tried to like onions quite a... Oh my gosh.
You want one? Oh yeah.
That's not
But what
too
were you saying?
bad.
So like, when was the first onion that you didn't like very much?
Probably since I was a kid.
I'm impressed that you took that bite.
I had to. I feel like I had to.
That was better than I expected. LobosJr. is no longer a hater of an onion. So you can either click it or ticket it.
I'm gonna ticket the onion.
I have no words for this next one.
All right. Oh my gosh.
So who started dyeing their hair first? You or Ninja?
I think Ninja did. I don't know how long he's been dyeing his hair, but I did have Ninja colored hair. It was supposed to be blue, I think, but it wound up being teal, and yeah, it was fine.
Did you ever do a Ninja cosplay and play Fortnite all day? And
I would do it.
with all these incentives and different things that you've done through challenges and charity, what do you feel like is your identity as a streamer?
The Dark Souls guy. That's kind of my go-to.
This might be a little iffy.
Let's ticket the appearance.
Lobos, the origin.
This is a wolf in Elden Ring, and the character's name is Lobo. And everybody comes to me and goes, "Did you see they named a character after you in Elden Ring?"
To be quite frank, I'm actually a little bit scared.
Okay. We just went over how I'm based on a wolf and that sort of thing, so... No, I'm just kidding.
I think he's good. I think we're good.
You're thinking I'm a werewolf and I'm gonna turn into a werewolf now because it's full moon.
No, of course, that would be ridiculous.
My actual last name is Villalobos, which means Village of Wolves. And I don't even know when it started, but it's kind of a typical thing for a streamer to have a community name. And so everybody was like, yeah, we're like wolves in your wolf pack.
Did you ever own a wolf? Because there's those crazy dogs that are like really close to wolves. Borderline wolves, they look like wolves.
Yeah, I would be down to own a wolf.
I mean, then it's click it or ticket time.
I love wolves. I'm gonna have to click that one. I can't, I don't even, I'm speechless.
Would you say that you created the hot tub meta? Are you the originator?
No, I definitely was not. That was not my jumping into point, like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this, and then everybody, it all caught on.
Yeah, you didn't get your feet wet with the hot tub streams.
I actually did play Dark Souls while in the hot tub, which sounds dangerous, right? Because I had a controller,
Yeah.
and I had it like over the edge of the tub, because I didn't want to, electrocute myself. And I had a whole stream set up right there. But we get thousands of viewers to watch this. I don't know, ask me why, but it happens, and it's great.
Think about 1,000 people in your bathroom watching that.
Yeah, that would get a little crowded.
How are we feeling about it?
I don't think it's quite a good look for me, so let's say ticket on this one.
We'll take it this one. Great
Ticket.
cause.
You take that. I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah.
This was probably one of the toughest challenges that I ever did, which was beating one of the bosses in Bloodborne, Ludwig the Accursed, on New Game Plus 7, with fists only. New Game Plus means when you beat the game, basically the game starts over and you've still got your same character, but everything gets harder. New Game Plus 7 means that you've done that seven more times. It took me something like 25 hours total streaming it, but I finally did it, and it was very gratifying to finally get the win.
What are we doing?
I gotta click it. Oof. Yeah, this was me a couple weeks ago, actually. I was at a stop sign, and the car in front of me did a quick start-stop. I did a start-stop, and then the guy behind me was not paying attention, and I think he was rolling up, saw me start to go, and then just kind of, hit the gas. He said that he had reached over to grab his wallet that had dropped down. So in that split second, he just slammed right into the back of me, and
Everybody was okay. Involved.
everybody was okay. You know, I was wearing my seatbelt. I was held up real good.
Now, Lobos, you were wearing a seatbelt, but every day there are drivers on the road who decide to not buckle their seatbelts. Some of those drivers will be ticketed by law enforcement. Some of those drivers who crash won't make it home. Buckling up is the single most effective way to protect your life in the event of a crash and make it home safely to your loved ones. Don't risk it, click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA. I hope you're hungry.
Yep, that's me getting married to a hot dog, and I don't think it needs any more explanation.
So you love hot dogs.
I do love hot dogs, a lot. Oh, olives.
To give you some context, I despise olives.
Okay,
But you have to put the onion, so you're totally okay with just eating this.
I'll put some onions on there for you, okay? No, I'm loving this.
Talk about your love for hot dogs. How did this start?
You know, when I was a kid, my mom would always take me to Dairy Queen, and I would get a foot-long hot dog. I even remember driving in the car, listening to Phil Collins, and going, I've been waiting for this hot dog all my life. And we would get foot-long hot dogs, and that was it.
I've not been waiting for this hot dog all my life. I had totally anticipated you to despise onions as much as I have, and so both of these bits have just gone in a horrible direction for me, and you just look like you're having a great time. Hot dogs,
Click it.
click it. Olives, ticket. If you can try and educate me as someone who might not know much.
Have you never been to a Renaissance festival?
I don't think so. I think I've gone to, what's that? You go to like eat dinner and they like,
Medieval times.
yes,
Yeah,
medieval
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah.
I love that I only had to say you go to eat dinner and then you finish the sentence.
Absolutely.
Medieval
I've been there
times,
several
that's
times.
the closest thing I think I've experienced to that.
Okay, this is a 5-day live action role play or LARP event where you go, you create a character, you're in character the whole time. No phone, no zippers, no pockets, and there's a whole story to it, and you build relationships with characters. You can do whatever you want. You can be a merchant, there's battles, there's all this stuff.
Now, if you had to choose one, LARPing or gaming, what are you picking?
LARPing is gaming. No, if you mean video gaming, I gotta
gaming.
go with video gaming. You know, there's so much more to experience in gaming than you can do with a LARP. So
If you could pick your dream celebrity LARPing crew, who would it be?
wow. For some reason, what popped in my mind the first time is The Rock, Mr. Dwayne Johnson himself. I would love to LARP with him. And I think I heard at some point that Vin Diesel plays World of Warcraft, so I think he would be super into it, and that would be a lot of fun.
Those are great picks.
Yeah.
Click it or ticket.
I gotta click this one.
I want to try out LARPing. Now, this next one's a pretty special one.
Yeah. For maybe almost a decade now, I've been fundraising every year. The month of May is St. Jude Play Live, where a bunch of streamers do their best to raise a bunch of money for St. Jude and help them in all that they do. So I plan a bunch of just ridiculous streams around it, try to keep reminding people that it's all for the kids, and we're raising money for the kids. And last year, I finally hit $1 million total raised, which was an awesome milestone.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Definitely click it, yeah.
Click that one.
Hello there. I see, you dove into my past here. Star Wars The Old Republic. I used to work on Star Wars The Old Republic in the games industry. I worked as a QA analyst. I worked with a programmer and artist on a small team, and as they would develop features for the game, I was kind of the main tester and change how the game was made. So it was a really awesome job.
Rank these 3 films: Star Wars, Harry Potter, and The Lord of the Rings.
This one's easy for me. I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter. That's my pick.
I don't support it, but
Well, too bad.
click it or ticket.
I'm gonna click that, for sure.
The end. It's a sad ending.
I think I'm a pretty agreeable guy,
Pretty
so
happy with that.
click it most of the time, yeah.
A majority of good things that we want to protect and take home. Buckle your seatbelt to make it home safely. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.